Welcome to episode 124 of the All the Books Show, recorded at the David A. Howe Public Library, where we talk news about books.
Yeah.
Author news and literary news.
Correct.
I'm Eric Mickles.
I'm Nick Gunning, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a year in review.
Yeah.
Now, we've talked best sales.
Uh-huh.
We've talked some hoity-toity New York Times best of 2017.
Yeah.
And now we're going to talk about our favorites and our listeners' favorites.
You really laid into the New York Times there.
Because I called them hoity-toity?
Yeah.
Well,
Are you mad at them?
no.
For anything?
I'm just saying, it's the New York Times book review. It's posh.
Yes.
We're the voice of the people.
Yeah. If they're posh spice,
Oh, okay.
then we're people spice.
Can I be Roger Moore?
You want to be Roger Moore?
Yeah.
So we're the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
There's posh spice.
Mm-hmm.
And there's four of the Spice Girls.
I see what's
and
happening.
you want to be Roger Moore.
I see what's happening. Someone didn't see Spice World,
Oh.
in which Roger Moore is their boss.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Good for Roger Moore.
I know.
Huh. Wait.
I know.
So somebody in this room did see Spice World.
Yeah, I saw it. Sure did.
Not just because of Roger Moore?
No, my sister was a huge, huge Spice Girl fan back in the day. Shout out to Chicken Patty.
You mean after you brought
What's
her
up,
to see
little sis?
Spice Girls with you? She became
Yeah,
a big Spice Girls fan.
Yeah, she was my cover. That's exactly right.
Cool.
She also loved The Little Mermaid, and that was at a time when Disney was not releasing things.
Right.
And so we had that terrifying Little Mermaid where she like dies and it's really spooky. You never saw
She
that?
becomes Seafoam.
Something like that.
In the book she becomes Seafoam.
Okay. Well, there was that sort of like, here's a Little Mermaid movie
Right.
you can own, and that one was, I think it just adhered strictly to the Hans Christian Andersen, which is
Yeah.
a little,
Yeah.
a little
Did you ever
risque,
see
little
the
spooky?
Little Mermaid animated series?
Yeah.
There was an episode where they have to help somebody stuck in a submarine down at the bottom of the
Oh.
ocean, and it's Hans Christian Andersen.
Oh, my
and so he
goodness.
writes a book, and I don't know why he decides to
Meta.
then, kill the character.
Right,
Like,
kill
she
her off.
saved me, so
Kill
I
her
turned her
off.
to Seafoam.
Did she ever team up with Aladdin? Because I know Aladdin and Hercules teamed up.
No, I don't think so.
Too bad.
Well, I think
I
they-
bet Sparks would have flown.
You think so?
Maybe.
Yeah, she's in love with Prince Eric.
Whatever. He's kind of a dud.
Yeah. But Aladdin's in love with Jasmine.
Tossing his flute out into maybe
Uh-huh.
Prince Eric and Jasmine.
Uh-huh.
Eric and Jasmine. That sounds good
I don't know what
together.
you're talking about.
Sounds good together, doesn't it?
Interesting.
That's some fan fiction.
We should
worth
change the
writing.
subject.
Anyway, we are going to be talking about 2017, but right now,
Hmm.
let's talk about some of the things we've been reading this very week.
Of 2017.
Yeah,
So we're
here's-
still talking 2017.
We are, just not in,
Yeah.
in broad terms. So here's what I finished:
Uh-huh.
Heir to the Jedi by Kevin Hearn. Hearn.
So this is the heir to the Jedi.
Heir to the Jedi, yes, and it's a Luke Skywalker story right after the first movie, first person,
Uh-huh.
which is pretty rare in Star Wars fiction.
You almost did Star Trek again.
I know. Michael
Gosh, I thought we left
Stackpole's
that back
I, Jedi is also in first person. That's about Corin Horn, different character.
Uh-huh.
First person Luke Skywalker, and it's weird. It's just not the way Luke would talk or think, or
Right.
It just, I thought it was a real dud. The premise
How
was
is the
cool.
hair of
Yeah,
the Jedi?
It was great. They chased it all around.
Okay.
I thought the plot was cool.
Uh-huh.
I thought the supporting characters were pretty good, but the
Nice.
book itself, just the writing, I thought was pretty weak, made it not fun. And so now I've donated it to my local public library. So if you want to read this book that I didn't like, it'll be here shortly.
Fantastic.
I also, and this was a Christmas gift that I didn't ask for, was very adamant about not wanting this. And it was gifted
what
to
did
be
Hillary
by
give you?
my friend and co-host,
Hillary?
Eric Donna Mickles.
Ah,
and
this
it
is me.
is
I know what this is.
Super Sons.
Super Sons.
It's a graphic novel
About?
Superman and Lois's son, John,
John. Yeah.
and Batman's son, Damian Wayne,
Yeah.
who I detest.
Yeah.
I think only Grant Morrison likes Damian Wayne.
Well, we'll never know.
I guess we won't. So this is just kind of a team up book with these two young characters.
Yeah.
It was better than I thought.
Yeah.
And darker than I thought.
Oh, nice.
It was a weird, because they're like 12,
Yeah.
and the plot was definitely not a 12-year-old's plot. So it was tonally it was weird.
Right.
But if volume 2 was put in front of me, I'd read it. But I'm not like 100% in
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Fine.
You feel fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also listening
Merry Christmas.
on the Overdrive app
Uh-huh.
to the Rogue One novelization.
Nice.
It's pretty fun. The reader's pretty good, and there's a lot of there's music cues and like sound effects and stuff. So
Nice.
it's immersive.
Yeah. What's your favorite Star Wars sound effect? You have to make the sound.
When R2's like,
That's pretty
No.
good. Yeah. Most people like that. Yeah.
okay. What about you?
I didn't have an answer. I just wanted to make you do a lightsaber. Okay.
That's embarrassing.
No. Now I'm on the spotlight. I can't do it.
Do you have one? Tell me what it is.
I like when phasers are set to stun.
Oh, I don't know what sound that makes.
I don't either. That's
And
Star Trek.
Oh, okay. I was going to say phasers or Star Trek, but that was a little misdirect because you can't answer your own question. Well, I'm just going to let that go, and I won't point out that you can't answer your own question.
Does R2D2 scream count as a sound effect and not like just a voice? That's like you saying when Luke says no. Oh, I guess my favorite sound effect then is Palpatine's no.
That's pretty good. What about Luke's no, that's not true.
No, that's impossible. No. That's just a bunch of people disagreeing with each other at the market.
Yep. I like, from the new one, I like when Rian Johnson is like, forget you, JJ. I'm going to ruin everything you created.
Oh, boy. Good. I'm glad we get to have this discussion.
I'm sorry. No, that's it.
Yeah.
And I'm also reading Jerusalem.
I prefer when JJ's like, sick, George. I'm going to copy every single thing you did. Now, was this red in square one? I just have to make sure that number one is red.
A lot of anger. Actually, the color doesn't really matter when I created Star Wars. Anyway,
can't hear you. I've used billions of dollars as earmuffs.
Used whatever I could have at hand, and I made it.
Ham sandwich, please.
American Graffiti. Anyway, Jerusalem Inn by Martha Grimes.
Whose was more of a Kermit the Frog, George Lucas right there?
It's pretty hard. And now I think Disney owns them both, so it doesn't matter.
There you go, yeah.
It's totally fine. Jerusalem Inn by Martha Grimes, which is our first Page Turner's book club of 2018. Christmas themed. I've never read Martha Grimes before, and I'm actually really enjoying this one. Ooh. I've got to kick it into gear because this book club meets on January 3rd, Wednesday, January 3rd at 3:30. So you're welcome to join us for that if you've read the book or if you want to just come hang out with us. And then there, we're going to pick our first patron pick book club. So we're starting a new book club in 2018 where rather than me just picking it or taking suggestions from the whole group, we've just got a fish bowl out front, and we've got little entry forms. And if you want us to do a book for book club, write down the book, pop it in there, and as long as we got copies, we'll leave it in the mix. And each book club will pull it out and be like, the next one is... So... That's what we're doing.
Nice.
Yep. The book club, Page Turner book club after Jerusalem Inn is, what is that called? It's a Walter Mosley book, The Long Way, I think.
The Long Way.
I think that's what it's called, but it's a Walter Mosley that we're doing for February.
So it's a biography about your jokes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's pretty funny. What about you? What have you been reading?
What have I been reading? I've been reading The Long Way. So I read. Did I tell you I finished Black Panther, the complete collection, Volume 1?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, are you just saying that because you don't want me to talk about it anymore?
No, you did.
That's right, I did. You're right. I did talk about that.
No, you're just saying that because you don't want to talk about it anymore.
I read Star Wars Infinities, A New Hope.
What is that?
So Star Wars Infinities are 3 graphic novels that one tells A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
That take one event from the films and change it to see what would happen if something didn't happen.
Interesting.
So A New Hope, Luke shoots the torpedoes into the exhaust port of the Death Star, but the torpedo detonate early and not in the reactor. And so the Death Star survives.
Ooh.
And so it's what would happen if the Death Star survived.
Pretty much the same thing that happens when it breaks, because by the second one, there's just a new Death Star.
Kind of.
Okay.
It really...
Whoa!
It does sort of... This one wasn't that interesting.
I really thought the Death Star was integral to the plot.
It really is just...
Can I take that again as Kermit the Frog? We'll see the different... well, I really thought the... No, that was Fozzie. I'm sorry.
No, that was a bad Fozzie.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry.
Wow, the Death Star!
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I guess Fozzie is kind of like a more well-spoken animal. Yeah. No, that's baby animal.
Oh, sorry.
Boy.
Woman!
If somebody here does not care about the Muppets or puppets in general.
We've lost them. Yeah. We've lost them for
Jim
sure.
Henson Company.
Yep.
It's a controversial subject these days.
Sure it is.
So anyways, this one wasn't that interesting because it just was kind of like, what would have happened if the Death Star survived? Basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Just different.
Yeah.
But I guess I was kind of hoping.
I'd like to know what would happen if that droid that Luke tried to buy instead of R2-D2 was fine, and they just left R2-D2.
I'm starting the next one, The Empire Strikes Back. I think the plot of it, and these are each different. So this,
So it doesn't follow the continuity
right.
of the first one.
So this is what would happen if Luke Skywalker died, and I don't know where he's gonna die. Like, I assume the Wampa
Probably
kills him. So
Yeah.
Wampa's got to eat though.
Yep.
Birds got to fly. Wampa's got to eat.
Yep. What if Han's just like, are you kidding? I'm not going out there. It's freezing.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
end.
Yep. Yeesh. Now I've lost the plot here. So I've been reading Sword of Destiny, the second Witcher book. What are you laughing at? Are you laughing at the word
Witcher? Is just a funny. Yeah, it sounds like you're from Maine. Yeah, you got to get out there with the Witcher.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means, but
yeah.
that's what I think of.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on, the Witcher.
Make sure to tip your Witcher.
Watch out for witches, you kids. I mean it.
Oh, Mom, there ain't no witches around here.
That's enough.
Okay. Oh, boy. Good thing we're on air.
Yeah.
Sorry, listeners just driving by who are scanning their radio station.
Oh,
and
they're
just
long. They're gone.
Happen upon the
They're long
Angelica radio
gone.
station, and all they can hear are Fozzie impressions.
Yep.
Man, it's a good thing
That could be its own show. We just
a bunch
bounce Muppet impressions off each other.
Okay.
Don't you think that'd be fun?
Yeah, I don't think I could do a
It's
Gonzo
simmering
though.
fish. Oh, yeah, Gonzo's hard.
Yeah.
Can't
Anyway, Sword of Destiny. It's the book 2 of the Witcher series. It's a collection of short stories. I'm not enjoying the short stories as much as I did in the first one, because the first one was more fairy tales with a like his twist on them.
Okay.
And so you didn't even realize you were reading a fairy tale twist until at the end, and you're like, oh, this was that. But I mean, the stories are still good. There's less like him just going on missions and taking out monsters, and more about us getting to know him, which is nice.
Yeah.
His friend Dandelion is around. Why are you laughing at Dandelion?
Yeah.
He's a bard. He just goes around singing and telling
Okay.
tales. He's pretty famous.
Yeah.
So I imagine he has a very high pitched voice.
Well, I can't. I've been told
know.
not to do impressions anymore.
Okay. So I've been reading that. Sorry, my bookmark was so slow and boring.
Yeah, boy, took you a long time to say not very much at all.
Shut up.
All right.
Hey, sorry, we don't say shut up on
We
the
don't.
podcast.
We don't. This is a safe place.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to some advanced notices. Oh.
No, that might be it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, only you can know.
yeah,
You picked up that X-Men digest
that's right.
today at the old Kmart.
Yeah.
Excited about that?
Yeah, it's got Kitty's fairy tale in there.
So it's just a collection of like
Different single
Yeah,
issues
just
of
single
X-Men
issue
comics.
comics,
A bunch of
okay.
different ones. Some new, some old. Yeah. They had the giant size X-Men Volume 1 cover on it, though, and there's no giant size X-Men Volume 1 in that digest.
rude.
So false advertising.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you some advanced notices, so
Okay.
you can take these to
Thanks
the
for
bank.
that advance notice
You're welcome.
of this advance notice.
You're
read.
welcome. Okay. New in large print. Lisa Jackson teaming up with Nancy Bush and Rosalind Noonan for a book called
Noonan.
Ominous. And guess what?
Noonan.
The plot sounds a little ominous.
Does it?
Yeah.
How?
Well,
How so?
a gripping novel of suspense as a long-guarded secret plunges three friends into a new nightmare.
Uh-huh.
There's no warning.
Uh-huh.
Can prepare you
Right.
for a killer's
Right.
vengeance.
Sure.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Okay.
It's hard. You can't prepare for a killer's vengeance.
No.
I guess. I sleep with a baseball bat under my bed. Should I not have said that on air?
Probably not. The first of these was Sinister. Came out in 2013 and actually did pretty well, as
Of
I
the
recall.
Mr. Variety?
No, not that one. So if you've read Sinister, and a lot of people
6?
did, finally the sequel's coming out 4 years later. In standard print, our old friend C.J. Box returns to Joe Pickett. C.J. Box has been writing that new character, a female protagonist. I can't remember what it was, but it's
Henrietta Bosch.
No. It's been a while since we've had Joe Pickett. So book number 18, The Disappeared. Wyoming game warden Joe Pickett has two cases to contend with, both of them lethal, in the electrifying new novel from the #1 New York Times best-selling author, Mr. C.J. Box.
CJ Box.
C.J. Box looks exactly like
A box?
the kind of guy who would write C.J. Box novels.
Oh.
So it's nice when it works out like that.
I guess I was just hoping it would be like a square head.
See, here's where we need Kate, because I can't untangle these books for you, but I'm going to tell you about it anyway.
Okay.
Patricia Briggs
Uh-huh.
with her this is an Alpha and Omega book 5, but it's also part of the Mercy Thompson world.
That's like a Wolf children's animated series.
It is?
Alpha.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Omega?
This is not that, definitely not that.
Okay.
All right. They are the wild and the broken, the werewolves too damaged to live safely among their own kind.
Aw.
For their own good, they have been exiled to the outskirts of Aspen Creek, Montana, close enough to the Merrick's pack to have its support, far enough away to not cause any harm. With their elf out of the country, Charles and Anna. It's not the names I expected for like feral werewolf people, but
Well, they turn into people.
Yeah, you're right.
They probably don't call each other Charles and Anna when werewolves. Like,
Probably not.
Let's take this garbo down, Charles.
Charles and Anna are on call when an SOS comes in from the fey mate of one such wildling. Ooh. Heading into the mountainous wilderness, they interrupt the abduction of the wolf, but can't stop blood from being shed.
No.
Now Charles and Anna must use their skills, his as enforcer, hers as peacemaker, to track down the attackers, reopening a painful chapter in the past that springs from the darkest magic of the Witchborn. You know what they need?
Oh, a witcher.
They need a good witcher to get in there.
Yeah. There's too many wolves out in those woods. Get some witches.
So this is coming out in March, so Patricia Brigg fans, look to March.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence about this next Clive Kessler cover.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit more engaging than they've been in the past.
Okay.
But there's still no Nazi gold or flames.
Okay.
So-
Sure. I think, yeah.
Pneumophiles number 15
These days,
by
don't we just call it gold?
Clive Kessler and Graham Brown. The rising sea. Everywhere the waters are rising, and that is just the beginning of the world's peril. Unless the Pneuma crew can beat the clock. The thrilling new Pneumophiles novel from the #1 New York Times best-selling Grand Master of Adventure.
Yeah.
The cover of this is just a nice beach.
Right.
It's a nice beach cover, but there's a sword sticking in the beach. Does that do anything for you? You excited?
No.
Okay. This is The Rising Sea by Clive Kessler and Graham Brown. You can get this in March, and we will have it here for you. That's all I have for you this morning, Eric.
Yeah, what's the song where there's like, it's The Tide is Rising.
Mm-hmm.
The tide is rising.
You're rising,
No.
rising.
Tide is high. It's Blondie?
Okay.
Hold on. I always thought that, yes, it is. The tide is high and I'm holding on. I'm
I don't
gonna
know.
be your number
Oh,
one.
okay. Now I know. Yep.
I'm not the kind of girl.
Okay.
I didn't think
Thank
that was
you.
Blondie. I thought that was the people that sang Signs.
I can't help you.
You know, I saw the signs and open up my eyes.
Do I? I was in school in the 90s. I definitely know that song.
Also, you saw the Full House episode where Stephanie was starting a band and wasn't taking any of Uncle Jesse's advice.
Oh.
And they didn't practice enough, so they had a failed performance. But Jesse, he accepted her apology.
Did Jesse and the Rippers swoop in?
I don't think so.
Save
yeah.
the day?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he was like, you guys got to practice.
Every
And
word
they-
I said.
yeah.
He'll sing it at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
You don't even have to ask.
Yeah.
You have to ask him not to.
Yeah,
but
how
you
was
don't ask him
Grandfathered?
to. I only watched one episode.
Not good.
It was fine.
Yeah.
John Stamos has charm.
Patrick Brewster's in that.
He's in the last several seasons of ER as Dr. Tony Gates.
Yeah.
That's all.
Like as a handsome doctor?
Yeah, he's handsome. Yeah. Yep. What do you got in the New York Times bestseller list, Mon Frere?
Mon Frere.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the hardcover fiction. No, this is hardcover nonfiction. I tricked you. What
Yeah,
I
you did.
said was a fiction.
Yes.
What I'm about to tell you is nonfiction.
You know what you did is trick
But
me.
also, when I read the hardcover fiction, that also counts as nonfiction.
Okay.
So, I think what we're going to see is a lot of books having been Christmas presents because there's not a single new release on the fiction books, and I think that's
Okay.
stands
Well,
to
let's see what's popular.
All right, so the nonfiction hardcover on the New York Times bestsellers list is 10, Let Trump Be Trump by Corey R. Luansk and David N. Bossy.
Wait. So you're doing nonfiction. Sorry. Nonfiction, you said.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Number 9, What Happened by Hillary Rodham Clinton. 8, Bobby Kennedy by Chris Matthews. 7, Andrew Jackson and the Miracle of New Orleans by Brian Kilmeade and Don Yeager. Don't they call the giant robots in Pacific Rim Yeagers?
I don't know.
I would call my giant robot, who's
not
also
an
called
enjoyable
Jaeger,
movie.
Don. Are you going to go see Pacific Rim Uprising?
Definitely not.
It looks much better.
Unless you want to, then I'll be there.
It looks pretty good. My wife's not sold, but I'm sold.
Oh, okay.
Number 6, Killing England by Bill O'Reilly and Martin Dugard.
Okay.
Number 5, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil
Neil
deGrasse
deGrasse
Tyson.
Tyson,
34 weeks on here.
Yep.
How many people do you think have actually read this and or understood it?
Neil himself.
Okay, sure, Neil deGrasse
Few
Tyson.
others.
Yes.
That's it.
All right.
The rest of the people pulled it out of their stocking.
Yeah.
It's perfect size for a stocking stuffer.
That's true. That's
So.
yeah. A lot, that is definitely a bookshelf book for a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah.
Right next to the Da Vinci
Put that on
Code
the coffee
and-
table when you have friends over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just the astrophysics.
I follow him on Twitter. Hey, I actually do follow.
I know
Neil deGrasse
you
Tyson on
do.
Twitter.
Yeah, you're a
Sometimes he's
fanboy.
funny. Sometimes he's a troll.
Ooh.
Number 4, Promise Me, Dad by Joe Biden. Number 3, Obama by Peter Souza. Number 2, Leonardo da Vinci by Walter Isaacson. And number 1, Grant by Ron Chernow. Is Leonardo da Vinci really that interesting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much what he's known for. That and the Mona Lisa.
Right. Well, I mean, he didn't. I don't know. Are people very interested in Leonardo da Vinci right now?
The New York Times bestseller list would have us believe that.
Well, 10 weeks, yeah. And Grant.
Everything on there, I feel like, is something Dad got for Christmas.
Yeah. Or Mom.
Yeah, or
You
Mom.
Sexist SOB.
Yeah, you're right.
So, my mom, super into
Ron Chernow.
Ulysses S. Grant.
She's a granter.
Yeah. It's that and dragons.
She
So,
likes those too?
Yeah,
Wow.
dragons. So
Wow. Sounds like she's been reading my fanfic.
Ulysses S. Grant.
Yeah, he tames dragons and it helps
Yeah.
him end the Civil War.
Hey,
And then he rides them right to the Oval Office.
can I read a few of those?
Yeah, you can.
That
Yeah,
sounds
you
great.
can.
Is it
Yep.
a series?
Well, it's actually a sequel to Time Fox because what happens is,
okay.
we travel back in time, we mess
Right.
some things up. Now
Right.
Ulysses S. Grant has a
Dragon.
So my evil brother Dan Fox does this, and so
Right.
Nick Fox has to go back and write the time stream,
He's a time fox.
and he needs Ulysses S. Grant's help and the help of his dragon.
I've listened to you describe these time fox stories, adventures many times.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like Nick Fox ever finds love.
I think you're right.
Doesn't he ever fall in love with a maiden of the past whom
Yeah.
whom the love is forbidden by the time laws,
Yep.
but he can't
her
help
name
it?
is Edith Keeler, and it doesn't go well.
Okay. I'm going to have to look up that historical figure, I suppose.
sure.
Is it historical?
Well, you'll have to find out.
Okay. There's something that says Edith Keeler must die. What's
yeah,
that?
that's what happened.
What
She couldn't live. She couldn't go on.
is this?
Too important to the time
Star
stream.
Trek. Okay. So who is Edith
It's from
Keeler?
Sitting on the Edge of Forever.
Okay.
Thanks for ruining my little Star Trek Easter egg by making me explain it. They're trapped in the
I'm
past.
sorry, I'm looking.
Kirk falls in love with her, and she has to die.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise,
How am I supposed to look now? I thought Edith Keeler was a historical figure.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
maybe she was a scientist or a
Yeah.
political activist.
she was a political activist.
Great.
In the Star Trek
In the
universe.
Star Trek universe, yes.
You did this. Are you going to read the
Hardcover fiction? I am. All right.
Okay. I thought maybe they hadn't changed. All right. Hit me with your best shot.
Fire away.
Mm-hmm.
Number 10, Little Fires Everywhere
Ah.
by Celeste Ng.
Winner of the Goodreads Choice Awards.
Hey, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Nick.
Thank you.
Number 9, Sleeping Beauties by Stephen King and Owen King.
Yes, I still haven't. I was just talking to Ursula, who works here at the library down the main desk. She's a huge Stephen King fan, going all the way back.
Right.
I've read like every Stephen King book in the last, I don't know, maybe 5 years as they've
Right.
come out. I picked up Sleeping Beauties a few times, can't do it. So I asked her, and she was like, maybe someday.
You
so,
poor, unfortunate souls.
yep. So sad. So true.
Number 8, Endgame by David Baldacci.
Yeah, what can I say? He's a stalwart.
Yeah. What could you say?
Yeah.
Number 7, Tom Clancy, Power and Empire.
Dead.
Empire. Mark Cameron.
Mark Cameron.
When's that
Kirk
show
Cameron.
coming out?
Kirk Cameron show?
No.
Oh.
The Jim from The Office show.
yeah. Jim from The Office as, what's his real name? John Krasinski.
John Krasinski
as
show.
Jack Ryan. It's on Amazon. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't understand that world.
Number 6, Year One by Nora Roberts. So
This is when her
At one-
parents are killed tragically.
Nora Roberts is sitting in her chair trying to
she
figure
has
out how to
to-
fight crime.
Yep.
A bat flies through her window.
What's interesting is you actually follow the police lieutenant at the
yeah,
time.
yeah. You think it's going to be mostly Nora Roberts' story, but
It's not. You see it through his eyes.
Yeah.
So,
It's good.
yep, it is.
I'm
It's
glad that
exciting.
he and Nora Roberts can team up, though.
Me too.
So
Yep.
I can't wait for Nora Roberts Year 2, where she has to fight the Reaper.
It's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty good. And then
Yeah.
Nora Roberts strikes again.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Nora
that
Roberts
was stupid.
returns. Nora Roberts No Man Land.
All stupid.
Nora Roberts The Long Halloween.
Yep. We got it.
Okay.
Batman references.
All right. Let's move on before we get to Nora Roberts. Hush.
Yeah.
Number 5, The Midnight Line by Lee Child. So,
I actually gave this as a Christmas present,
Ooh,
so
to
I'm
whom?
part of the problem. My friend Ethan.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you also bought this for yourself?
I did. Yeah.
You're double the problem.
I know.
That's 2.
That you're right.
Lee Child didn't have to work at all for
No.
that.
No.
Number 4, Artemis by Andy Ware. I
Oh,
feel
yeah,
like this is
I read
definitely a Christmas gift. What?
Yeah.
Where was that in Bookmark?
No, I didn't read it. No one's read it.
Oh,
That,
well,
that was the joke.
enough people for it to be 6 weeks on this list.
Well, people
have bought it.
Buying and reading are not the same thing.
How so?
Well, you can buy something and not read it.
Ah, can I read something without buying it?
Yeah.
Where?
At the public library.
Nice plug.
Yeah, it was.
Number 3, The People vs. Alex Cross by James Patterson.
Yep.
What's Little Brown? Little Brown must be the
Publisher.
The publisher.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Doubleday has a book that's been here for 12 weeks. It's Origin by Dan Brown. Perilous Quest with a beautiful museum director.
Yeah.
So, do you think in the next book he'll team up with a beautiful library director?
Maybe.
Mr. Nick Gunning?
Maybe. If it's a 20-something woman with daddy issues, he definitely will. Oh, me? No, he probably won't want to team up with me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh, no.
You're the beautiful library director.
Oh, thank you.
In the next
Well,
situation.
thank you very much.
Because we got some Lincoln stuff.
We do.
So
yeah.
maybe Lincoln was actually a Satanist. and he has to uncover that. But then he decides not to share the fact because people like Lincoln so much.
And they don't want people to know that he worships Satan, apparently.
Not just worshipped, worked for. So...
Okay.
I'm not saying he is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying Dan Brown might do that.
Suspects.
Yeah,
sure.
because of our linking. Do we have something else historical? We have a bird egg collection.
Yeah, we do.
What would Dan Brown do with that?
I don't know, but I can guarantee you it has
what
nothing
if
to
instead
do
of
with
bird
Satan.
eggs,
Yeah.
they were Satan eggs? Out of the match, little Satans.
That is the stupidest thing that you've ever said.
Okay. I'm
right,
just saying. What's his name? Robert Langdon?
Finish this
Robert
list.
Langdon has to get to our Satan eggs with the beautiful library director, Nick Gunning.
Boy, how hot would those have to get to hatch, though?
Well, with Robert Langdon and this beautiful library director, things are going to get very hot. So,
all right. I'm officially putting a stake in the heart of this joke. Now you tell us what the #1 New York Times bestseller is.
Okay. Oh, hey, guess what? It's Rooster Bar.
Oh,
John Grisham is #1.
That makes sense. I actually didn't get that for Christmas. I sort of thought maybe Rooster Bar or Origin would show up, but no.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get anything. All right. Would you like to? Why don't we discuss our favorite books?
Oh, we're just getting right into the segment.
Yeah, we're going to jump into the segment now. So, the best of 2017.
Okay.
We'll see with some of we got a lot of responses, so we're not going to get through all of them. So, thank you, everybody, for sending them in. Oh, and remember, anytime you want to send things in to us, it's David A. Howe Public Library on Facebook, Wellsville at stls.org, or All the Book Show on the old Twitter.
Yeah.
So, and this is Eric's home address, 555. Just kidding. That's not an address even.
Well, that could be an address.
Yeah, it could be. It's not yours, though. Oh, I've given away too much. Okay, so we're going to get to our listeners.
Where he doesn't live.
When I pulled some things out here, they're not necessarily things published in 2017, though some of them are. But a lot of them are just things that I read this year that I liked the best. So what do you got? Give me one of yours.
One of my favorite things?
Yeah, one of the best things you read in 2017.
Well, according to this list,
yes,
I gave 5 stars to the 5th edition Monster Manual, the 5th edition Player's Handbook, and the 5th edition Dungeon Master's Guide.
All
of
Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. 5th edition. I also gave 5 stars to March, Book 1.
Hey, that's a book.
And Transmetropolitan, Book 2.
Yes, so
Lust for Life.
March is civil rights graphic novels. John Lewis. There you go. This is in our young adult graphic novels. I've read that. That is very good.
Yeah.
And the second one was what now?
Transmetropolitan
Volume 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Those are the only things I gave 5 stars to on Goodreads this year.
Okay.
So I would have to... You want me to say my favorite books?
Yeah, just a couple of things you like. Right. Well, I'll tell you a couple of mine.
Okay.
This is on my year in review. This was also the most popular book I read, but I think the only book that I gave 5 stars to was Charlotte's Web.
Oh, wow.
And according to Goodreads, 1,415,280 other people read Charlotte's Web in 2017. So I think I was in good company. But I was very impressed by Charlotte's Web. I also really enjoyed Big Little Lies.
Right.
And Keeper of Lost Causes. Both were book clubs here at the David A. Howe Public Library. So Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty, which of course was adapted into the super popular television series in 2017. And Keeper of Lost Causes is one of UC Adler Olson's Department Q novels. Very good. That one really stuck with me. A couple of nonfiction. Well, why don't you go? What else you got? Anything else you like? You want to talk about?
Favorite books I've read were Arthur C. Clarke's Rendezvous with Rama.
I don't remember that.
Oh.
Was that the sperm ships?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
I do remember.
It wasn't a sperm ship. Or maybe it was.
But you described it as...
Okay. Yeah. It read like a proto Michael Crichton in a weird way.
Proto-Crichton.
Yeah, proto Crichton.
We call that a John Lang.
Nice.
Thank you. It's a deep cut.
Other favorite thing I read was The Last Wish, which was the first Witcher book,
Oh, yeah, The Witcher.
because I really enjoyed that one.
Witcher.
Yeah. Do you want to?
Do the main? No, I think
Okay.
we're good.
All right. And Console Wars
Nonfiction.
by Blake J. Harris about the battle between Sega and Nintendo.
The Console Wars. Speaking of Sega, just this morning I started Sonic Heroes for the PlayStation 4. Another gift from the guy sitting right across from me. So thanks, pal.
No problem, man.
Yep.
Comes with a little.
Oh yeah, I didn't mess with that, but
okay.
pretty good so far. The nonfiction books I put on the list here were Beatle Lyrics by Hunter Davies. I talked a lot about this when I was reading it, but it's reproductions of actual like handwritten lyrics to songs, so you can see little changes and things, and then just commentary on them. I really enjoyed that. And then On Tyranny actually did come out in 2017. Handy little primer on things we should remember.
Right.
In good times and in bad, but especially in bad. So I enjoyed that one. I had a couple of graphics that I liked. Spider-Man heavy, it looks like.
Spider-Man heavy.
The Spidey, 2-volume Spidey series. Kim set in high school. You
Spidey.
got to read it sometime. I know that you never will for some reason.
What?
It's like Science Dog for you, where I tell you I think you should read it and you won't. But 2 volumes series called Spidey. Set in high school, very good. And then on the other end of the whole spider spectrum, we have Spider-Man Worldwide.
Yeah.
I've been really digging that series. So you're up to it now, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, I own the first 5, so
thanks, man.
I'm happy to share
my
own personal lending library. And then actually published this year, Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, The Last Crusade, which I guess is a prequel to the Dark Knight Returns.
I don't know. I keep needing to read The Dark Knight Strikes Again.
Just set earlier in Batman's career in that same continuity, but I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
I thought it was incredibly well done.
Strange.
So we have that in our collection. So those are the highlights for me. There's lots of other things that I enjoyed. I read my first Mark Greene book, Backblast. That was very good.
Oh, that's right. I kept making fart jokes.
You did, yeah. That was
Backblast.
my longest book that I read. What's your longest book? Do you have that on
longest book that I
We're looking
read?
at our Goodreads year in review.
Console Wars.
Console Wars, okay. Yeah, mine is always skewed because of all the children's books. But
Because they're so long?
yes, no, because it's so short.
Right.
My least popular book, nobody else but me read it, was The Script to A Grand Night for Singing by Richard Rogers. What's your least popular? Do you have it up there? Least and most popular?
The least popular thing that I read, yes, I remember seeing it. I've closed the thing since.
Oh, okay. All right.
It was definitely not popular.
Okay. All right. Let's look at a couple of listener responses.
Yay!
Okay.
Hey, these are my favorite.
What are?
Our listener responses.
Oh, okay.
Unlike you. No, I got nothing. I got nowhere to go. Nick cares a lot about our listeners, so I couldn't even pretend.
Okay, so let's take a look here. Oh, well, one of my book club buddies, Kendra, happens to be your wife.
My wife.
Yeah. And hey, today is your 5th wedding anniversary.
Hey, that's true.
So congratulations from me on behalf of All the Book Show to you and your lovely wife, Kendra. But Kendra, Keeper of Lost Causes by UC Adler Olson and Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty. Kendra, those are also on my list. So get out of my head.
Least popular book I read was Hulk by John Byrne and Ron Garney.
Okay.
It's a graphic novel.
Now, we got a lot of responses on the hate you give.
Carrie was the most popular book I've read this year.
Carrie. Okay.
People love it. Shortest book, Second Son by Lee Child. 32 pages.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I read that too. Anyway, the hate you give across a couple different social media platforms definitely got the most votes. So we had a lot of different things about that one. I know that's been on your list. Have you sat down and read through that one yet?
No, I'm gonna check that out at the same time I check out Turtles All the Way Down.
Okay.
Yes, the hate you give. Andy mentioned it. Tina of Cuba
our friend
Library,
from Cuba. Hello, Tina.
Said that gets her vote for the best book she's read this year.
Yeah.
Yes. And actually, our own children's librarian, Kate Miller, is reading The Hate You Give right now.
Oh, currently.
And she says it's very good, but also very tense.
Yeah, I imagine it would be.
So
if it were a competition, would you say that Kate is winning?
Winning at what? Reading The Hate You Give?
Yeah, reading The Hate You Give.
I guess.
That she's winning.
Yeah, she's winning that race. Yeah.
All right. Let's look at a couple other answers here. Okay. Facebook user Sarah says Kindred by Octavia Butler. Have you read Octavia Butler?
Have I read Octavia Butler?
No, I feel like these are vaguely sci-fi. Does that sound right?
Oh, no, I haven't heard of them.
Oh, okay. Well, Kindred was in 2017 adapted into a graphic novel as well. So,
I love graphic novels.
yeah, this has long been on the list of, best ofs. And now we've got a graphic novel as well. So that was from
Good job.
Sarah. Let's see who else we have. Robin says, My Name is Lucy Barton by Elizabeth Strout. And she won the Pulitzer Prize, not for Lucy Barton, I don't think, for Olive Kitteridge. But Lucy Barton was a pretty well-received book as well. Let's
Agreed.
see. Facebook user Chris says, Those Feet, a sensual history of English football. He says at least it had the best name, and I have to agree. It's a pretty good.
That's a good name.
Catchy.
Yeah.
It's catchy.
Yeah.
Here we go. Have you read Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson?
I've read the first one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Thumbs up? Thumbs down?
Yes. I remember not being so thrilled with it.
Okay.
But it was still good.
Okay. That is from George. Thanks for sending that in.
Thanks, George.
The Sellout by Paul Beatty. I picked that up. I read a little bit of that.
Yeah.
That's a hard read. That one, boy, something. What did that win?
Oh, Paul Beatty's not Warren Beatty.
No, he's not. But this one, the National Book Award, or it's a recent award winner.
Yeah.
Pretty well received when it came out too. Man Booker Prize. That's what it is. Man Booker Prize for 2016, and a lot of other awards for that as well. So I know we have that in our collection because I read that copy.
Okay.
You want to take a couple?
Did you read?
Only pick the best.
Did you read Kendra's?
Yeah.
Okay. Diane says, Notes from the Universe.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, but she didn't list an author. I'm not sure which one she means.
Oh, is there a couple with that?
Yeah.
If you get caught, you have to read the Notes from the Universe in front of the whole class.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're passing the Notes from the Universe.
Yes.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That could be a
great.
sequel. Let's see. So we got, Hannah on Facebook says, I loved A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab.
What is that?
That is, we keep it in our young adult section, but I've seen it in adult sections. It's a fantasy series. You've seen the book. They're 3 large white books with black kind of charcoal drawings with red strewn about them.
Okay.
They're fantasy books.
Nice.
They've been very popular, yes.
Okay.
So,
Any movies this year? What movies make your list?
what movies make my
Best
list?
of 2017.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure that out, man. Logan
Okay.
makes it. Dunkirk should make it.
Should or does?
Does.
Because you liked it that much?
It was really good.
Okay.
Logan, Thor Ragnarok. You're going to hate me for this, but Last Jedi.
I don't hate you.
That's fine.
Give
into your hate.
But I said I don't.
Give into it.
No.
I can sense
That's what
it.
the dark side does, although not in that movie. Doesn't do much of anything. Is Dark Tower on your list?
For movie?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Oh, that's right.
I had some friends who went to go see it, though, but I never got that text.
Yes, that did happen.
I watched John Wick 2. That was pretty good. I don't
Okay.
know. I haven't sat down, and I'm going to see some movies this weekend.
Okay.
Movies are always so hard because
Mm-hmm.
you're still, like, catching up with them, like, into the next summer.
Yes.
I saw some bad movies, though.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Oh, Resident Evil 6 wasn't very good.
Okay.
Resident Evil, what was it? The Final Chapter.
I don't know. I can't
No
help
good.
you.
What was your favorite movie you saw?
Probably Transformers,
Spider-Man
the last.
Homecoming.
No, just kidding. I think the movie that I was most, impressed with, intrigued by, the one that I was like the best movie-going experience for me was Baby Driver.
Ah.
I really liked that.
Nice.
It was stylish.
It was stylish. Yeah.
That hooked me right from the start. I kind of want to see that one again.
Nice.
I like some of the comic book movies that were out. I liked Wonder Woman. I liked Spider-Man Homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the Planet of the Apes that came out this year. What was
Oh,
it
yeah.
called?
War for the Planet of the
War
Apes.
for
That
the
was
Planet
good.
of the Apes. Yeah, because the
That was
second
really
one
good.
kind of lost me a little bit, but I was
So strange.
definitely back in
Yeah.
for the last one. Well, who knows if it's the last one. The third one. The one
Well,
that came
Disney's
out this
buying
year.
Fox.
What does that mean? For that?
Fox owns the Planet of the Apes, so now Disney owns Planet of the Apes.
Okay. Oh,
So,
so
they
they'll
doubt
just make
they're-
one every single year?
Yes. Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
You
the
think
Apes movies are definitely as big as the Star Wars films.
But do you think they'll make more? Is that what you're saying with that?
I'm just saying, I doubt if they do make more, they'll keep going with that one.
Oh.
So
Why?
It's Disney. They kind
So?
of, I don't know. They will probably want a clean slate of certain things.
Oh.
I would assume.
And Planet of the Apes is one of those things?
Well, I think War kind of had a nice was a nice trilogy capper.
True.
So even if Fox hadn't been bought by Disney, I think they would have gone a different direction
Okay.
with the future Ace films.
All right.
So I don't know.
Thought Get Out was really good
Yeah, Get Out was
for
great.
2017. I never saw Dunkirk, and I really wanted to see it, and I feel like I kind of missed it because is it going to be the same just watching it at home? Seems like no.
Maybe.
You think?
I don't know.
What is your favorite Hans Zimmer movie? Not Hans Zimmer.
Zimmer?
You know what I mean.
Chris Nolan?
There you go. I always associate those two.
Do I count the Batman movies?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then it's going to be a Batman movie.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be Batman Begins?
Okay. What if you don't count the Batman movies?
If I don't count the Batman movies, it's either The Prestige
Okay.
or... You know what is The Prestige?
It's The Prestige?
It's Prestige or Dunkirk, but I think The Prestige because I've
David
rewatched The
Bowie.
Prestige. Well, he's in it for a little bit. It's more Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale.
I was really into Interstellar, but I don't think that I would necessarily watch it again.
Yeah, see, The Prestige is one that I have rewatched,
Yeah.
and I haven't rewatched Inception or
sense.
Interstellar.
Mm-hmm.
So Memento's very good, though. Memento is pretty great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
All right. Well, I'm
So I gotta
glad.
get in there.
I'm glad he's done with Batman movies. So he
What's
can do
your
these original
favorite
things.
Hans Zimmer score?
That's
Is it Muppet Treasure Island?
is it Muppet Treasure? Is my
Yeah.
favorite Hans Zimmer score?
Yeah. Is that
No,
it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I like his Man of Steel theme.
Hmm.
The What are you gonna do when you're not saving the world?
Yeah.
It's the most optimistic thing about Superman in those movies.
Yeah.
He does so
The
much.
only.
He did some. No, he didn't do the Transformer films. That was Steve Javansky or however I say
Okay.
his name. Oh, you know what? I do really like his Interstellar score. That's very cool.
Oh, yeah. I remember you wanted me to get that for the collection.
You never
You
did.
kept asking me
Yeah.
and kept
It's
asking
cool.
me.
It's got a lot of organ in there. It kind of sounds like a eulogy for the universe. Anyway.
Okay. Well, let's look at a couple other user responses.
Okay.
Facebook user Jeff says The Father's Tale by Michael O'Brien. I'm not familiar with that. Canadian bookseller Alex Graham is a middle-aged widower whose quiet life is turned upside down when his college-age son disappears from school in England.
Okay.
Intriguing.
Yes.
Sounds interesting. What else you got over there?
Kirk says Moonglow by Michael Charbon. Now, I haven't read a Michael Charbon book since The Adventures
Cavalier
of
and Clay?
Cavalier and Clay. Thank
Yeah.
you. So I don't know how this is supposed to be. We have it though. It's the matchstick one. I don't think it's very fantastical, but I could be wrong.
No, I don't think it is either.
So I still need to read the Yiddish Police Union.
A novel of truth and lies, family legends, and existential adventure, and the forces that work to destroy us.
Yeah.
Did you read Telegraph Avenue? That was his Pulitzer Prize
No.
winner. Okay.
No, I read the Cavalier and Clay because it was about comic books, or
Yes,
so I thought.
I know, yeah.
But I picked that up in the first place because I need to read the Yiddish Police Union
Yeah.
because that won a Hugo.
Oh, did it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know you're not supposed to do this, but the cover of that, I love all the covers, really. The Yiddish Policeman's Union is really unique, and Telegraph Avenue's got a big red vinyl record on the front of it, so
Yeah.
I'm in. Should toss some of these on the book club.
Yeah.
I'd love to read some. So did you enjoy Cavalier and Clay, even though it wasn't what you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, it was fine. It was also one of those things where like the stuff that got me to pick up the book in the first place still
Okay.
was the most interesting stuff.
Okay.
So like when they were talking about comic book history, I'm like, go on.
Mm-hmm.
And then they stopped.
Okay.
So I guess maybe it's my fault for like pushing them. Like, no, now we're going to talk about something else. So Carrie on Facebook says it's a tie between The City of Mirrors by Justin Cronin.
Have you read any of his? I wanted to read that one.
No,
Oh, okay.
I haven't. Which
Okay.
one did you want to read?
I don't know. I can't remember what it's called now.
Is it The City of Mirrors series? Were you thinking?
The Passage. Yes, The
Yes.
Passage. When that came
All right.
out, I really wanted to read that.
And The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey.
Do you know that one?
No, I don't. I know of Mariah Carey.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you think M.R. Carey is short for
Fun
Mariah?
fact, Mariah Carey is going to be doing the New Year's Eve night again. The
Yeah,
last
maybe
night
not
was
fun for
pretty-
people who remember
Yeah.
last New Year's
Yeah,
Eve.
that was uncomfortable.
That was something else. A City of Mirrors would be confusing.
Okay.
I would think every red light's for me, and I would stop, and people like move. I'm like, do you not see that red light? And it's like, of course I do. It's the City of Mirrors. But you got the green.
Girl with All the Gifts sounds pretty interesting. Let
Yeah?
me read you a little bit about it.
Okay.
Melanie is a very special girl. Dr. Caldwell calls her our little genius. Every morning, Melanie waits in her cell to be collected for class. When they come for her, Sergeant Parks keeps his gun pointing at her while two of his people strap her into the wheelchair. She thinks they don't like her. She jokes that she won't bite, but they don't laugh.
Right.
Melanie loves school. She loves learning about spelling and sums, the world outside the classroom, and the children's
Loves
cells.
learning about spelling?
Spelling and sums and the world outside the classroom and
Oh,
the children's
boy,
cells.
Melanie.
She tells her favorite teacher all the things she'll do when she grows up. Melanie doesn't know why this makes Miss Justineau look sad. The Girl with All the Gifts is a sensational thriller, perfect for fans of Stephen King, Justin Cronin, and Neil Gaiman.
Justin Cronin.
Yep, and it does have a lot of high marks here, so it sounds interesting.
Huh. High marks.
We got a classic made the list. Facebook user Trina says Sense and Sensibility. That is not one that I've read. How about you, Eric? Have you read or seen any of the movies of Sense and Sensibility?
I haven't.
Me neither.
But I have seen Lori's comment on Facebook. She says Bark Skins by Annie Prolox.
Uh-huh.
I've seen that here.
Have you? Have you read it?
No.
She wrote Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
And then what else do we? There was another one I wanted to read.
Okay.
Well, I didn't want to read it. I wanted to read the comment.
I see.
Katie says Every Last Word by Emery Lord.
Do you know that?
No. But I do know the song Perfect Places by Lord.
All right. Is there any books that came out this year that you wanted to read but you didn't get a chance to?
Oh, man. Were there?
Is that yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me just...
I want to hear it.
Well, the Neil deGrasse Tyson book I did want to read.
Okay.
I do want to read. It's still on my list. So there's that.
Okay.
Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, which is a stories of certain game developers
Okay.
that were written while they were developing the games.
Interesting.
I do want to read Artemis, despite myself.
Andy Weir. Yeah.
Yeah. The third Way of Kings books that came out made me want to catch up with that series.
Okay.
So there's that.
All right. I mean, I do want to read the Sleeping Beauties, even though it's not appealed to me.
Yep.
I wanted to read. What's the one? No, I can't think.
Are you about to squeeze my head?
I was gonna.
He's reaching over here.
Squeeze your
Stop
little
it.
head and steal all your
Little.
strength.
Ha.
Yep. I can't remember what it is. Oh, Origin. Dan Brown.
Dan Brown's Origin.
Dan
sure.
Brown Origin. So yeah.
Yeah, you need to do your research.
I know. You're right.
I did read Killers of the Flower Moon.
Okay.
So,
were you planning on reading Lincoln of the Bardo?
oh, that's right. Yes, Lincoln and the Bardo was on my list, and something else that was released around then.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Star Wars book.
Okay. Are you ever going to read Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology?
Norse mythology. That's one I wanted to read.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeesh.
All right.
Yeesh.
Well, just fine. Would you say overall this has been a good year for books or a bad year for books?
Do you want me to judge the whole year of books?
Yeah.
Based off of
Well, I guess
Exit West, Killer of the Flower Moon?
Yes. No, I just think, when you think of like 2016, it seems like there was a lot more, like All the Light We Cannot See and The Nightingale. And,
Oh, you missed the Nightingale on the New York Times bestsellers.
Yeah,
I know it.
I do miss it. It seemed like there was a lot more standouts like that. So maybe this has been a more even spread, but it seemed like 2016 had more like buzzworthy books that everyone was reading. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, have you read this yet? You have to.
Yeah, what were the
think-
buzz ones? The buzz were Lincoln and the Bardo, The Hate You Give.
No, Lincoln and the Bardo is, I think, just this year, 2017.
Right, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
2017
sure.
buzz books would be Lincoln
Yeah.
and the Bardo, The Hate You Give.
Yeah, see, I mean, I don't know what else I'd put up there.
The
Super
girl.
high.
What was the water book? Girls of the Water.
I don't know.
Oh, Woman in Cabin 10. That was this year,
Was it?
wasn't it?
I don't think
Was that
so.
last
I
year?
think it was last year.
Oh,
that's what I
okay.
mean, yeah. Last year had lots of crazy. This was the sequel. This was, The Lying Game?
Truth Dare. Lying Game.
Truth Dare.
Sorry. Ruth Ware
Yeah,
made
so
me
I
think
guess-
Truth Dare.
I guess just based on us talking about these for the last 2
Yeah.
years, that's what I would say.
Yeah, I feel like even some of the young adult, like big new releases, ended up kind of being duds in
Yeah.
terms of like word of mouth. Like Carvel, like people have read, but it doesn't seem like
Right.
anybody's like. It didn't seem to change anybody's
Yeah.
life the way
Yeah.
other ones have done.
Yeah.
I guess
Well, when
Turtles
you
All the Way
take-
Down was buzzy, but that was also very
That
recent.
seems like it's kind of
No,
fluttered out too.
No,
don't
it's
you
still at
think?
the number one.
No, I know,
bestsellers
but I
list.
mean, I don't think it's had an instant like.
Yeah, I don't hear anybody talking about
No.
it. But also,
No.
I don't hang out with like. Well, I do hang out with
No,
teens
but-
here at the library, but
You know, when things like that, like The Hate You Give, for example.
Yeah, we
I mean,
can't-
that is everywhere.
Yeah.
Turtles All the Way Down. People
Yeah.
may be buying it. People may be reading it based on their love of John Green, but I don't think that book has staying power.
yeah,
But I've been wrong before.
that's true.
I think when I'm thinking
Like
about
when
the
we saw
good
The Last Jedi.
the Goodreads Choice Awards. The Goodreads Choice Awards, for
Uh-huh.
example, in 2016,
Yeah.
almost every category you could be like, well, at least you could pick the top 3.
Right.
And this year it was kind of like Little Fires Everywhere.
Uh-huh.
I swear I'd heard of that like twice.
Yeah.
Whereas the year before when it was
Go on.
Colson Whitehead. Underground Railroad.
Yes.
That was just like everyone was talking about it. So,
or like when Michael Crichton's Dragon Teeth came out this year.
yeah.
Just nobody could stop talking about it.
No.
Like, have you read this? It's
No.
like a Western, but it's not.
Yeah, people were like, wait, what? What is it?
Yeah. I don't know. These things
sorry
go in
about that.
cycles.
They do.
2018 is going to have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's going to revitalize a lot of industry.
Do you think it will?
And multiple things,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
I just read a synopsis
right.
about it that says they'd uncover a conspiracy that could threaten the world in a way that hasn't since the prehistoric times.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we're going to get Cadillacs and dinosaurs. All right, that's off topic. I understand that now.
It seems like what's happening with
Books?
I don't know, even like movies and TV where there's just so many options that it's less and less that like this is the clear most popular thing because it's spread out so much more. It seems like that's creeping over into books more and more.
Again,
which
though,
I think we've seen in 2017.
You're better at it than I am. I very rarely read a book the year it comes out. I've done it. It always feels like a lot of work. It always feels like I'm going under like a time crunch. Like I got to finish it so I can be part of the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because I have to. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of attitude.
Yeah.
A lot of attitude.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess next episode or in a few episodes we'll be covering the anticipated books of 2018. So we can see what's coming down the pipeline for that.
Yeah,
Feels like just yesterday we were talking about the books for 2017.
I know.
But
a year has passed. Well, thank you to all of our loyal listeners who sent in suggestions.
Yeah.
Thank you for the ones that we covered, and thank you extra for the ones that we didn't even talk about.
Yeah, we missed. Sorry.
We appreciate it, even if our listeners don't hear them. Well, it's the end of the year, so I've already mentioned the book club coming up. Our first concert of the year is going to be Peregrine Road with Rachel Bell and Karen Axelrod. That is January 25th.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up after that. We don't do a ton in the auditorium in cold weather like this, so when February and March starts coming, we'll pick up the pace a little bit, but we're looking forward to having Rachel and Karen back with Peregrine Road. What about you? I know you've got your anime club going strong.
Yeah, we're showing the Lego Ninjago movie.
January 5th?
January 5th.
Yep.
So, and you didn't see that. And I didn't see that.
Did people see it?
Some people saw it.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Yeah, I didn't. That's another one. It seemed like it kind of was dead on arrival.
Yeah.
But hey, we're showing it.
Yay.
It's your second chance.
Yeah. We got a lot of Ninjago books, too.
Yeah, we do.
So that's pretty exciting.
We certainly do. Hey, and speaking of George Lucas, we are showing American Graffiti. That's our first senior matinee of the year. That's January 23rd.
What was it? The thing with the Lego Ninjago is there's Ninjago on TV. Like, you could just stay home and your kid could just watch the Ninjago TV show.
Interesting.
So why would you go out?
Yeah.
To see? Okay. Hey, you know what this year did for me with books?
What?
It made me add a lot of books to my to-read list.
That's
New
something.
York 2140, Neil Gaiman's book, Lincoln and the Bardo.
Artemis, probably.
Artemis, The Clockwork Dynasty by Daniel H. Wilson.
Okay.
So, like, a lot of new books. I feel like more books came out this year that added to my to-read list than last
that's
year.
something.
So that's something, yeah. And then, back to library programs. I guess, it's just the end of the year. It's so dark outside.
I know.
It gets dark so early. It's
Yeah,
so
it really
cold.
is. It really is.
Yeah.
So this is the last podcast we record in 2017,
Oh.
and the first that airs in 2018. So
Oh
a real transitional episode here.
That's true, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss you. Thanks for your years.
You're gonna miss me?
on the podcast. So
What?
next week we'll have our new co-host, and
Who?
Eric will right away. And
Is it Bo?
Yeah.
Was Bo on the podcast a trial run?
Yeah, it was such a hit. So
I should have known it. The way you were
Bo's
asking him
coming back.
questions and like practicing your
Yep.
witty banter. I was like, this feels more like a test than a natural conversation.
Yeah, it's nothing against you. It's just sometimes you're worse than other people who are better than you.
On the show?
Just
I've yet to
in
see
everything.
that. I've
Just
yet
kidding,
to see
man.
that happen.
Hey.
I don't know who else could have come up with those Satan eggs.
That's true. Yeah, that was
So
that was unique to you. Thank goodness. No, just kidding, Eric. You're staying around, right? You're going to be here in 2018, going strong,
yeah,
With
I mean,
me?
unless like
side by side.
I die in a car accident.
Whoa,
Sorry,
Yikes.
I mean, it could happen.
That-
I don't
well,
have snow tires.
that's true.
My wife does.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay.
though, wouldn't it be ironic if I died in a car accident driving her car with the snow tires?
Possibly.
I mean, it would be ironic. It'd be sad.
It would be sad. It would be sad.
So-
all right. Well,
Do you think?
Oh,
No, I was just going to ask you about like things about death.
Oh, let's
and
not.
Stuff. All right.
Yeah, let's not. Let's turn the mics off for that. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Next
year.
Sick.